The job interview. Nightmare. Learn from my mistakes. Introduction. Sweaty hands, a dry mouth, a heart beating so fast you think it might jump out of your chest. You are wearing uncomfortable clothes. You are sitting in a cold room, and a stranger is looking at you, judging every word you say. Welcome to the job interview. For many of us, this is the most stressful situation in life. It feels like a police interrogation. We are afraid of saying the wrong thing. We are afraid of looking stupid. We are afraid of rejection. I have been there. In fact, I have been in some truly terrible interviews. I have made every mistake possible. I have arrived late. I have spilled coffee on my resume. I have forgotten the name of the company. I have even answered the question, "What is your weakness?" by saying, "I work too hard." Please never say that. But here is the good news. I survived. And more importantly, I learned. Today I am going to share my job interview nightmares with you. I will tell you 3 embarrassing stories from my past. We will analyze my mistakes, and I will teach you the exact English phrases and techniques to fix them. By the end of this video, you will know how to turn a nightmare into a dream job. This is a guide for level B1, so the English will be clear and easy to understand. Are you ready to get hired? Let's begin. Nightmare number 1. The I know nothing disaster. Let's go back in time. I was 22 years old. I had just finished university. I applied for a job at a marketing agency. I didn't really know what they did, but the salary looked good. I got an email. Come for an interview on Tuesday. I was so excited. I put on my best shirt, I printed my resume. But I did not do the most important thing. I did not do my homework. Let's watch what happened. Hiring manager said, "So, thank you for coming. We were impressed by your CV. But tell me, why do you want to work for this specific company? What do you think about our latest campaign?" Well, I want to work here because you are a big company, and I like marketing, and I need a job. Hiring manager said, "Okay, and do you know who our main clients are?" "Clients? I am sure they are very nice people." It was painful. It was a disaster. The interview ended 5 minutes later. I did not get the job. The lesson: research is everything. My mistake was simple. Arrogance. I thought I could just walk in and be charming. But in a job interview, knowledge is power. If you don't know about the company, it looks like you don't care. It looks like you are lazy. The solution. The 3-fact rule. Before any interview, you must find at least 3 specific facts about the company. This is your homework. Fact 1. What do they sell? Understand their product or service clearly. English phrase. I have been following your company for a while, and I really admire your product name. Fact 2. What is their latest news? Go to their website. Look at the news or blog section. Did they win an award? Did they open a new office? English phrase. I saw on your website that you recently expanded to Europe. That is very impressive. Fact 3. What is their culture? Look at their LinkedIn or Instagram. Do they value creativity? Do they value hard work? Do they value teamwork? English phrase. I read about your company values, and I really connect with your focus on value, e.g., innovation. If I had done this research, I could have said, I want to work here because I love your recent campaign for Nike. It was very creative. I know you are growing fast, and I want to be part of that growth. See the difference? Research turns I need a job into I want this job. Nightmare number 2. The Rambling Robot. A few years later, I had another interview. This time, I did my research. I was prepared. But I had a different problem. I was nervous. And when I am nervous, I talk. A lot. The interviewer asked me a very common question. Hiring manager said, "Tell me about a time you solved a difficult problem." Oh yes, good question. Well, it was 2018. Or maybe 2019? No, it was definitely 2018 because it was raining. Anyway, I was working at a coffee shop. And my manager, his name was Bob. Actually, no, it was Steve. Steve was a nice guy, but he was always late. So one day a customer came in. She was wearing a red hat, and she ordered a latte. But we didn't have milk. Can you imagine? A coffee shop with no milk. So I ran to the store. The hiring manager is falling asleep. I talked for 10 minutes. I gave too many details. I talked about the weather, my manager's name, the color of the customer's hat. By the time I finished the story, the interviewer had forgotten the question. The lesson. Structure, not stories. When an interviewer asks for a story, they don't want a novel. They want evidence. They want to know if you have the skills. If you ramble, talk too much without direction, you look unorganized. The solution. The STAR method. This is the most famous formula for answering interview questions. If you learn only one thing from this video, learn this. S. Situation. 10% of your answer. Briefly describe the context. Where were you? Example. In my previous job as a barista, we ran out of milk during the busiest hour of the morning. T. Task. 10% of your answer. What was the problem or the goal? Example. I needed to find a solution quickly so we didn't lose customers. A. Action. 60% of your answer. This is the most important part. What did you do? Use verbs like I decided, I organized, I created. Example, I immediately apologized to the customers. Then I ran to the nearest supermarket and bought 10 liters of milk with my own money. I came back in 5 minutes. R. Result. 20% of your answer. What was the happy ending? Use numbers if possible. Example. As a result, we served all 50 customers. My boss was happy, and he even gave me a bonus for my quick thinking. S. TAR situation. Task, action, result. Keep it simple. Keep it focused. Do not talk about the red hat. Do not talk about the rain. Talk about the action. Nightmare number 3. The greatest weakness trap. Every interview has that question. The question that makes everyone sweat. What is your greatest weakness? It is a trap. If you say, I am lazy, you won't get the job. If you say, I am always late, you won't get the job. But if you say, I have no weaknesses, I am perfect, you look arrogant and dishonest. In one of my interviews, I tried to be clever. Hiring manager said, "What is your biggest weakness?" "Oh, I care too much. I work too hard. I am a perfectionist." Hiring manager said, "Right. Next question." Why did he roll his eyes? Because I work too hard is a fake weakness. Everybody says it. It sounds insincere. It sounds like a lie. The lesson: be honest but smart. The interviewer does not want to know your deep, dark secrets. They want to know 2 things. 1. Are you self-aware? Do you know your own character? 2. Are you trying to improve? The solution. Weakness plus solution. The formula for a perfect answer is real but small weakness plus how you are fixing it. Do not choose a weakness that destroys your ability to do the job. If you are applying to be a pilot, do not say, I have bad eyesight, but you can choose a skill-based weakness. Example 1. Public speaking. I used to be very nervous about public speaking. In meetings, I was often quiet. The weakness. So, last year, I joined a public speaking club. I force myself to speak once in every meeting. I am still a little nervous, but I am much better now. The fix. Example 2. Organization. Sometimes I struggle with time management if I have too many tasks. The weakness. To fix this, I started using a digital calendar and a strict to-do list. Now I plan my day every morning, and I never miss a deadline. The fix. This shows that you are a person who grows. You have problems, but you solve them. That is exactly what an employer wants. Nightmare number 4. The silent ending. Let's look at the final nightmare. The interview was going okay. I answered the questions. I used the STAR method. I was feeling confident. Then the interviewer asked the final question. Do you have any questions for us? I was tired. I just wanted to go home. So I said, No, I think you covered everything. Thank you. Bye. And I left. I thought I was being polite. I thought I was saving their time. But actually, I failed the test. The lesson. Curiosity is key. Saying no questions is a massive red flag. A warning sign. It suggests 2 negative things. 1. You are not interested in the job. 2. You are not smart enough to think of questions. An interview is a 2-way street. They are choosing you, but you are also choosing them. You need to investigate the company. The solution. The golden questions. Always prepare 3 questions to ask at the end. Even if you think you know the answers, ask them. It shows you are intelligent and engaged. Here are the best questions to ask. Question 1. About the day today. What does a typical day look like in this role? This helps you visualize the job. Question 2. About the team. Can you tell me a little bit about the team I would be working with? This shows you are a team player. Question 3. About success. What are the most important goals for this position in the first 3 months? This is a power question. It shows you are already thinking about succeeding and achieving goals. When you ask these questions, the interviewer thinks, "Wow, this person is serious about their career." Chapter 5. English phrase, bank for interviews. Before we finish, I want to give you a survival kit. Here are some very specific B1 level phrases you can use to sound professional. Instead of saying, "I did," simple. Use strong verbs. I managed a team. I created a new plan. I solved a problem. I organized the event. If you need time to think, don't say, Say, "That is an interesting question. Let me think for a moment. Can I take a second to think about that?" It makes you look confident, not confused. To describe yourself. I am a reliable person. People can trust you. I am detail-oriented. You don't make small mistakes. I am a quick learner. You can learn new skills fast. I am proactive. You don't wait for instructions, you act. To handle a misunderstanding. If you didn't hear the question, don't say, "What?" Say, "Could you please repeat the question?" I am sorry I didn't catch that. Practice these phrases. Write them down. Say them in front of a mirror. Conclusion. Interviews are scary. They will always be a little bit scary. That is normal. But remember my nightmares. I failed because I didn't research. I failed because I talked too much without structure. I failed because I gave fake answers. I failed because I didn't ask questions. You don't have to make these mistakes. You can learn from mine. Remember, the interviewer is just a person. They are often nervous too. They want you to be good. They want to fill the position. They are looking for reasons to say yes. Give them those reasons. Do your research. Use the STAR method. Be honest about your weaknesses. And be curious. Your dream job is waiting for you. Put on your best shirt, take a deep breath, and go get it. If you are nervous about your English pronunciation during the interview, make sure to watch my video, How to Train Your Mouth to Talk. And if this video was helpful, please click the like button. It helps me create more lessons for you. Good luck with your interviews. Believe in yourself. See you in the next video.